All right, hello. So here we are to do the waterfall, and I've zoomed out a little bit just because you only see so very little. So we'll see how this works. I may have to zoom back in, who knows. So I have already got, like I said, like we did for the braided waterfall, we have a back page that we are going to put on that will meet the cover. Wow, words are hard today. So I've gone ahead and put some paper on the back of it because we're going to build our waterfall on top. So I wanted to go ahead and have my decorative paper down. So this back piece is 6.5 by 8 3/8. So this is part D, okay? The decorative paper is what's on top, and I have that at 6.25 by 8.25. If you are only using the 6x8 paper pads, the way I got around some of that was I would just get plain cardstock and I would use it, you know, just for example, I'd layer it. And that is how I would get up to the 6.25 by 8.25. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is let's get out our scoreboards. Are you to the point in your crafting that you're able to do these waterfalls in the dark? Because I pretty much can. But everybody that I make a book for says, is it gonna have the moving flippy thing? And they mean the movable waterfall. And so I put it in because that's what they want. So this is piece A. All right, A is, oh, I'm on the wrong part. There we go. A is 6.25 by 11. I always do it by 11, and then I will trim off whatever I need. And we are going to score to put 5 pictures. So we're going to do 5 1/2 inch from the top. So we're going to score at 1/2 inch. At, whoa, 1 inch. There we go. 1.5. 1, 2, 3, 2, and 2.5. Okay. So there's my valleys or my ditch. Oh, we do need to score one more thing. If you would get out C. C is going to be 7 3/8 by 2. And we are going to score at 1/2 inch on the left and the right. Okay. Now we can put the scoreboards away. And I have this labeled wrong. This is B, not D. I did all of these while I was at school. I have to stay late just to make sure everybody gets off the bus okay. And so some of it's mislabeled. Our lovely cleaning lady likes to chit-chat in the evenings, and I can understand that. So, all right, so back to piece A. We're going to go ahead and fold. So now I have our hump at the top. This was the side we scored on, so there's the ditch. And here's the hump. And I'm going to go ahead and fold and burnish those down because I want to make sure that I am straight. Sometimes they tend to start going off to the side. And when they do that, it takes our photo mats with it. Okay. So I'm kind of able to manipulate it if I start in the middle and then burnish out. So there's the next one. My husband just went outside, so my dog thinks she needs to go out there too. But he's messing with stuff on the roof, so we're going to leave her inside. And the last one. All right, so let's go ahead and start adding our pieces on. So if you can see my score lines here, there's a score line, there's a score line, there's one, there's one, there's one. We are going to put this flap just to the outside. So if we're holding it correctly, just to the bottom of that score line. Okay, so here's the score line. I'm going to put my flap right next to it, but not on it, because I want this to be able to bend. I mean, I guess we could bend it. Boy, doesn't that make sense? Let's bend it and put the flap on. Yeah. Some days I think, some days I don't. Let's try that. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in now, so mind yourselves. Ooh. Let's go ahead and put our glue on. So I'm going to start with my point here. And I'm going to follow it down the side so I'm even. Right? You can't tell. We're not hanging to one side or the other. All right, so there was one. Now we'll go down to the next one, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, so this is the piece we just put on. Now we're going to do this one. So we do the same thing, put that bottom point. Oh, follow along the top. And then make sure we are even on the sides. And we are. And then burnish. Burnish it down. Perfect. All right, next one. Point to point, follow it along the top. We're good to go on the sides. Smush, smush, smush. All right, this is flap number 4. Bottom point, follow along the top, and then along the sides. We're just off a scrimmage in here. Oh, come on. There we go. And the last one. All right, bottom point. Follow along the side. All right, we are good. Maybe I've done it that way before and I just didn't remember it today. Who knows? I know I don't know. All right, so now I have, here's my waterfall. Flip, 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 flip. I want to go ahead and open it up. And then I'm going to take part C that we did 1/2 inch on the left and the right. Missy, you can see her pop out this window. Okay, so now I've got her turned completely around. So this is our proper orientation. I've opened it, turned it around. So I can put this right down here to the bottom. Okay, and I am going to just use tape on that. I'm going to put the tape on here because this is a little bit shorter, smaller width-wise than my band. My husband's messing with things on the roof, if you can hear. Okay, so I'm going to peel those off. And we're going to put this, we're going to center this on there as best we can. Yeah, that looks good. Smush. All right, now we're back. Flip it over. Okay. Here's our little side dilly whoppers. All right, hang on. I'm going to move you back out again. There we go. And now, so if I did it this way, and I could without trimming anything off, I got a lot of room down here for my pull down. I like to have about a ½ an inch at the top and a ½ an inch at the bottom. So I'm going to kind of decide where to trim this. Right about there. So what am I taking off? About an inch. I'm going to take approximately an inch off the bottom. A little more, a little less. Oh, come on. All right, now we're going to put our glue on our little flaps. Now remember, this was our original waterfall. When we fold it back over, we want those flaps to wrap around it. Give it a hug, if you will. We're going to put this about ½ an inch from the bottom. Center those little tabs on our page. And there is our movable waterfall. Smush that glue down. Okay, and now I can put a little bit of ribbon down here if I want to pull it. I've seen some people put a brad down here. You just want to center it. All right, and there is our movable waterfall. I will see you in the next video where we will do the covers, the spine, and the hinges. Bye-bye.